My grandparents, Bill and Vera Pierce, live in Amarillo, Texas. They have taught me to be a good Christian as well as a loving person. Vera Burgess was born on May 31st, 1925, in Ellis County, Oklahoma. The nearest doctor was 25 minutes away in Gage. Instead of going to the doctor, Vera was born in the family's farmhouse. She grew up working on the farm and walking 1.5 miles to and from school. She grew up going to church. Her family couldn't afford to tithe, so instead, they gave the pastor products from the farm. She went to Northwestern State College and worked to pay her way through school. After graduating, she married and had a son. Her husband passed away while her son was young. Luckily, she found my grandpa and married him at the church that I grew up in. Shortly after being married, Bill and Vera packed up their car and moved to Chicago, Illinois. After living in rural Texas her whole life, this was the biggest change in my grandma's life. They loved trying new foods, from pizza to Hungarian food. I recall them telling me that they would order tea, expecting iced tea, and they would be served hot tea. Among other things, they shared that they had to adjust to having to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and adjust to a long commute to work. Vera had to adjust to a new way of life, being married to someone new, as well as raising her son and stepchildren. She did an amazing job while holding on to her faith as well as maintaining her loving personality. My grandpa Bill was born on January 23, 1925, in Perryton, Texas. His father worked the railroad, so he lived in Mendota, Texas, Miami, Texas, Bovina, Texas, Raiden, Oklahoma, and Booker, Texas, where he graduated high school in 1941 at the age of 16. He then moved to Canyon, Texas to follow in his father's footsteps and work the railroad. In 1943, 18-year-old Bill Pierce enlisted in the Marines. He served for 3 years. He became a corporal in the 2nd Marine Division, serving in Hawaii, Saipan, Taiwan, Okinawa, and Japan. My favorite story he tells is hard for him to share. His troop landed in Nagasaki 2 weeks after the atomic bomb was dropped. The city was rubble. One thing remained, a temple. It had flimsy construction and thin walls. Stronger structures had been flattened. It taught him that God was a God to all. He shares that his experiences were different than anything he had ever seen. It made him cautious in life after seeing so many people die and being in danger himself. My grandparents are 2 of the strongest people I know. They support me in every single thing I have ever done. They were there for my baptism and have played a crucial role in my faith. Their strong Christian character has always been a wonderful example for me, and I will always be thankful for that. They are hardworking people and have taught me the importance of doing the best I can, no matter what it is. Despite moving away to college, I still visit them every single time I go home and enjoy the time I get to spend with them and the memories they can share.